Hello and welcome back to Pump with Purpose. This is Dr. Diana here, and I am here to talk about our next podcast episode topic. It is, did your breast milk supply disappear? Did your breast milk supply disappear? Did it really disappear? Let's talk about all things supply tanking, supply dips, and everything else in between. So I want to get my full everything out. I am Dr. Diana. I'm a doctor of public administration, a certified lactation counselor, a certified breastfeeding specialist, and the CEO and founder of Pump with Purpose. We are a global lactation and postpartum private practice where we help and teach women all across the world to breast pump. We say if you're putting a pump to those nips, we want to be a part of your journey. So let's jump right into this week's podcast episode. If you want to know where to find us, you can find us on all social media platforms at Pump with Purpose. Instagram, of course, is our largest platform, and our website is www.pumpwithpurpose.com. We are the home of the Premier Pumping Consult. We help you to increase your milk supply with the pumping equation, which is with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule. And we are also the owner of the 240-minute rule, which is pumping every 3 hours for 30 minutes for the first 12 weeks with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule. And hey, let's jump in. That's a part of some of this is the pumping equation, as well as the 240-minute rule. People don't realize the importance of pumping and that it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It's not I'm going to just do what my friend did, or I'm going to just follow my favorite social media influencer that's just most likely trying to sell you product after product after product and has no interest in your personalized journey of like helping you to figure out what you need. Instead, they're kind of basing it off of what they did and then you're following it, which has nothing to do with your body or your success at being able to pump. So, and since I gave you all that secret sauce for the free, let's talk about the truth. The truth is the truth and the facts are the facts. Let me give you the secret sauce. The secret sauce. It does not just happen. Your breast milk does not just tank. If it is, something's going on with your blood. And we've seen it before, but it usually doesn't just tank. It's usually something else going on. So let's jump right in to some checklist items. Let's go through them and let's talk about it. So first and foremost, wrong pump. You're using a pump that is not emptying out your breast effectively and efficiently. Does it hurt? Is it causing you pain? Are you using high to have pump settings? Is it customizable? Can you customize it with a primary pump over 60 plus different ways? And the cycle and vacuum settings can be determined independently of each other. If not, potentially wrong pump. If you're using some of these small motors or wearable pumps where they may not empty you with or allow you to find your ideal settings because they don't give you many settings. When you are able to keep your settings plus give you some more secret sauce where your cycle and vacuum settings are independent of each other. Yeah, I know. Then let's go into wrong flange size. Don't even get me started here. You have to have the right flange size. If you have elastic nipples, inverted nipples, or flat nipples, you can just pull on up now. Go on to www.pumpwithpurpose.com because I'm going to tell you straight up, 90+% of our clients are flange size incorrectly when they have those three things, especially. But still, even 75 to 80% of the people pull up at Pump with Purpose, we're changing out your flange size. Just letting you know. And it should be determined based on your nipple. Some of you are out here creating extra nipple. We've told people, hey, take a picture of your nips before you even have the baby. Take a picture of your nips throughout your journey because it can change. And if you're letting people spoil your nipples up to miniature Vienna sausages, or miniature hot dogs, they are turning colors purple, blue, white, sharp shooting pains throughout the breast, nipple sensitivity going from the warm air of your shower to the cool air of your bathroom. Your nipple, when the milk is coming out of it, it's pooling at the bottom, or if it's coming back onto your clothing, so it's coming back out of the flange onto your body, not into the bottle. Those are all signs that you're in the wrong flange size. Then let's go to wrong schedule. Yeah, could also be wrong pumping products too, because if you are not using a pumping bra, that is very important. Like we feel like that's the third most important is a pumping bra, so you don't have to hold your flanges and you're able to like do what you need to do in order to empty out your breast effectively and efficiently. I just gave you that for the bonus. Then wrong schedule. We do believe in the 200. If you are exclusive pumping, the 240-minute rule, which is pumping every 3 hours for 30 minutes for the first 12 weeks with the right pump, flange, products, and schedule. We do strongly believe in that. If you are nursing, then you really have to determine what your baby needs, and like, so you're not trying to like pump and then have to give it back to the baby in the bottle. Or if you're after 12 weeks, it's really going to be important to like your schedule, because milk supply regulates around the 12-week mark. And so it's going to be very important to like not do cookie cutter schedules and figure out what your milk supply is, what your baby's intake is, and what your goals are. Then let's talk through you're delaying using a pump. This is the problem. Let me give you the secret sauce of the secret sauce. Nursing creates a just enough supply. So if people are nursing, they don't realize how impactful pumping can be. Or if there are concerns with nursing and then you don't start pumping, that's a problem as well. Or you just keep missing pumps. You're delaying doing it. Next thing you know, 2 hours have gone. About 4 hours have gone past, and 3 hours have gone past, and 6 hours have gone past. Then you want to sleep through the night. You slept 8 whole hours, and over time, it initiates the just that. That tells your body and initiates that, oh, she doesn't need the milk. Oh, I'm going to take it back. So you can't just keep missing a bunch of pumps. You can't, keep doing that. It's just not, it's not good. So that's just very important. Then also, like I said, keep skipping your pumping sessions, not getting them in a timely manner, not following on schedule at all. Like, we believe if you need to get off schedule, if something's come up, definitely pump before you have to go. But the problem is people are just missing them, and then just missing them, and then they continuously miss them because life is life and you're not keeping up. You don't have any schedule, so you're just gonna wing it every single day, and that's a concern. Oh, the next topic, okay, is herbal supplements. Continuously just chalking your body full of herbals. No one knows what they're doing to us in the long run. Nobody's studying the long-term impacts on herbal supplements. Those commercials on TV, back, if you took and you are experiencing then that may be the cause. And if there's a class action, this is who knows when times are going to catch up and put herbal supplements and really follow it. No one's following 10 years and 20 years later what common situations are happening as we age, and then can they tie that back to herbal supplements? No one's looking. No one's figuring that out. So we're just not a fan. We really believe, if you do take herbal supplements, you need to be under the care of a lactation professional that specializes in it. They tell you what to take, how much to take, what to do to determine success, and when to stop. Otherwise, they're like, oh, just go get the popular ones on the market. I can tell you right now, most of the good lactation professionals, the ones that I see clearly all over the place, are not the ones they're going to recommend. But you could take that secret sauce for the free. But even still, you could take more secret sauce for the free. If you are going to take herbals, please get your blood tested. Let's talk. Let's figure out what you need to bring in your doctor, and then we can go from there. But don't just go randomly taking them. And sometimes we find that they decrease your milk supply. You can take that extra secret sauce for the free as well. We've had a lot of clients to get off of it, and then they end up increasing the milk supply. Yeah, it's a real problem. Of course, if you don't know certain medications, any medication can impact milk supply. Even if it's safe, for breastfeeding, it may not be breastfeeding friendly. It may not be good for your supply. There may not be any concerns with it, but all of a sudden you start taking in your supply drop stack in a handbasket. 1 + 1 = 2 to me. Your body's not reacting well to it. That's why different even in general in medication, it's there are certain side effects are seen, and some of them are rare. You could be one of the rare people that get a decrease in milk supply from a medication. Trust your body is telling you everything it likes and it doesn't like. Then there are certain underlying conditions. If anything is going on with your blood, if your breast and development could be a concern, you have breast surgery. I'm not saying it's the end of the world if you have breast surgery, but you really have to be careful in understanding any underlying conditions, concerns. If anything was going on that was important during pregnancy and they were monitoring you, or you were taking some for it, and then guess what happens? You have the baby, and then it's have fun, we'll see you in 6 weeks. Saw you in 6 weeks, didn't test your blood, didn't try to figure out if everything's better again, and your supply is let me tell you what they do and tell you at the appointments. Oh, hey, how are you feeling? Oh, how's the bleeding? Oh, what birth control do you want? Oh, and lastly, yes, you can have sex again. That's what they're asking you. They're not trying to help you with lactation, figure out what's going on with your blood. If something, was important, was going on during pregnancy, it's just as important during lactation. You could kick all that secret sauce for the free. Then we have hormonal shifts. I'm going to be real of the realest with you. You can pump every day, same time, the 240-minute rule for 12 months straight. Your supply is going to dip regardless because of hormonal shifts. or your cycle coming back on. Some people don't experience any concerns with their cycle coming on, and some people do. But please understand, your body's it's just hormonal. We're hormonal and it's going to shift in hormones. It's going to be very important, to try to get your milk supply up sooner rather than later. So then if your milk supply does start to go down, you start from a higher place. If I could just wish that people could get that, like, you're already starting out with making just enough milk for your baby. And some of you, not enough milk for your baby. How is that going to happen as time goes on? And people are like, oh, but as the baby gets older. No, as the baby gets older, it usually stays the same until age 1. Both of my children took 5 ounces every 3 hours, and they gave me a good, if I was lucky, 6-hour stretch of sleep. But they took 30 to 35 ounces a day all the way until age 1. So yes, it was important to me. I couldn't make 30 ounces a day. They're like, oh, if you're EPing, you're only going to make 2 to 3 ounces a session. Well, if you're pumping 8 times a day, then that's already setting you up for 16 to 24 ounces a day. And if you're like my children, it took 30 to 35, you're already going to be not making enough milk to start. So stop letting these people tell you that you don't need you just need just enough. Because if you got long-term plans to pump anywhere over a year, you're going to need to try to reach an oversupply or full supply in order for you to do so. And knowing that some of you think that you have a lower supply and you don't, you really don't. You just got set up with the wrong information from the beginning. And that's what we're here to prove wrong, that pumping is a viable, sustainable, long-term solution. Oh, and it can empty you just as well as a baby, even though people keep telling you that as well. Just demystifying a whole bunch of myths out here in these pumping streets right now. Illness. If you are sick, under the weather, stomach bug, COVID, flu, strep, RSV, I don't know what they call it, bronchitis, any and everything. If you're under the weather, it can impact your milk supply. Your body's trying to take care of you. Your body's trying to take in and provide milk for baby. It can, and then if you're not feeling well, you also may not be staying on schedule. You may be dehydrated even more. So it's going to be so very important to make sure at least to try to stay, eat well-balanced meals, drink to thirst, try to stay on your pumping schedule as much as possible. Then clogged ducts. Clogged ducts are a problem. If you keep not emptying out your breast, I'll give you this extra bonus for the free as well. If you're not emptying out your breast effectively and efficiently, feeling squishy or flat like a pancake, you are leaving back milk and telling your body you don't need the milk, and it's going to eventually downregulate your milk supply. And then when you do that and you keep leaving back milk, you're going to keep getting clogged ducts potentially, right? Especially then you become prone to clogged ducts potentially, and then that can turn into worse like mastitis. Please, 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 please know that your milk supply does not just tank. I promise you, it does not just tank. So I've gone through like a list. I should have said at the beginning, get a pen, go back, write it down right now. Get you a pen, put the pause on this podcast. I'm going to run through all of what I just said, high level, not going through all the detail again, but I want you to write down the things that I am saying. The list: wrong pump, wrong flange, wrong pumping products, wrong schedule, delaying using a pump, skipping pump sessions, herbal supplements, certain medications, underlying condition, hormonal shift, menstrual cycle, illness, not emptying your breast effectively and efficiently, clogged ducts, mastitis. Yeah, that's a long list. That's probably not even all encompassing as well. So if you've experienced any of this, are you looking to rebuild your supply after a decrease? Do you kind of not know what's going on? Is it a little bit of all of them? And you're like, oh my gosh, I need to fix all of this. All of this is me. This is me you're talking to. Then you want to pull up. Let's do a Premier Pumping Consult today. Let's discuss pump, flange, products, and schedule, the 240-minute rule, the pumping equation, the bell curve of pumping, all the things that we talk about, the Premier Pumping Plan, real-time pumping session after you get all your products in. Let's get to the bottom of this. Know that lactation is a time-sensitive journey. You can't be waiting days and weeks and months. Be like, oh, it's just going to get better. Oh, I'm just going to pull up after I figure all this out. Or I keep trying this and that and trying to go get tips from this person and that person on social media. And all they're doing is trying to give you product after product or sell you some course that does have anything to do with you and your body and your journey, or ask you anything about your goals, your preferences, your lifestyles, what you like, what you don't like, all of those things. A course cannot ever do what a Premier Pumping Consult can do. Anything that is not literally one-on-one figuring out what you need, you're always going to get the best results there. Faster, immediate, better results. Pull up. Let's talk. Let's not continue to do the same thing day in and day out and expect different results. So I gave you a whole bunch of secret sauce in this podcast. Share it with someone today. Let somebody know this pumping, that their milk supply does not just disappear. Does not just drop to heck in a handbasket. And if you're putting a pump to your nips, we want to be a part of your journey. So this is my story. I'm sticking to it. If you are interested in working with us, again, that is www.pumpwithpurpose.com, and you can book a consult there. So this is Dr. Diana here. Until next time with Pump with Purpose.